There we go. Hello. You are first. Well done, Neutrino. Was muted because I went live without realizing I'd gone live. Just classic stream things, isn't it? Hello, you doing all right? Hi, who have we got today? Who's here? Let me know in chat. And I hope you're having a good weekend. I've got Desmos up. If you let me know what's going on, I'm going to try and build a cube. I've had this idea. So I'm going to try and build a cube. Let's put a comment in so that people know what we're doing. Cube. I think I've got an idea for this, which is something like, I know that you can do like x to the 100 plus y to the 100. I don't totally know if that works for this. Maybe it does. Kind of should, right? Yeah, that works. Nice. Little cube. But then actually I want that to be like this and like this. Hello Herb and hello Marie. I know this is interesting. Now we're learning about Desmos. Why have the sides gone so junky? A cute little cube. Oh, that's quite shiny, isn't it? What colour do I want the cube to be? Blue. Yeah, that's nice. Okay. Chill. 3D. No, chill maths. Okay, there we go. There's the intro. Did the accidental go live before you've set the stream up? We've done the muted talking. We've done the unmuted talking. People are here. There we go. I had Charlie as well. Did I miss Charlie? Oh, no, I didn't. There we go. Okay. Two things that I could do. I don't know if people care about this, but I care about it, and it's chill maths. Last week we talked a bit about derangements, and I started drawing a really horrible graph in Miro. It was really, really ugly for links between different derangements. Since then, I've remembered that for permutations of four objects, there's a really nice way to display those on the surface of a cube. So I'm going to try and have a go at doing that slowly, because it's Sunday, some chill maths. Permutations of four things is closely related to rotational symmetries of a cube. So I want to try and exploit that, and then if it turns into derangements, that's an extra bonus to link it back to what we were doing last week. But there's this way that rotations of a cube permute four things around. Let me show you. That is my intro to try and draw some lines. So I want to draw the long diagonals in. Hey, Mountain Ash as well. Morning to you. I've launched into trying to. Yeah, that's nice. Okay. Trying to do a symmetries thing. So what do I want? I want the kind of long diagonals. So that's one of them. And I want. Do I put minus signs in? Do put minus signs in. That is how you do these. So if I want those ones with x equals y, maybe I want the ones with x is minus y, and the ones with that and minus z. Okay, good. They kind of look like axes. They're not quite axes because there's four of them. But here's the remarkable thing. When you do a rotation of the cube, so if I start it this way around, and then I rotate it so that, I don't know, is Desmos going to let me do rotations of the cube? No, I think about it, does it just rotate it around that axis? Can I grab it? Oh, it'll spin it like that. Okay, that's all right. Okay, so you do some rotation of the cube. The colours on these four lines that I've drawn, they correspond to some corners of the cube. I actually don't love this plane. Sorry, let's just get rid of that plane. And the axes as well. There we go, perfect. And the bounding box. Can I get rid of everything? Ooh, night mode, yeah, let's go night mode. Look cool, doesn't it? There we go. And translucent surfaces. No, I don't love that. Oh my goodness, what is this? 3D Desmos. It's got like, is this depth of field or something? Okay, amazing. Great settings, love it. We're all like wide view angle or something. Right, good. Okay. Actually, that's got a bit much. It's got a bit doom. Right, okay. Rotations of the cube. So 3D decimals is amazing. So you can do rotations like this. It's one of those things that's easier. With a physical cube, I can also spin it around other axes. Or do some sort of combination. A combination of two different rotations turns into a third rotation. If you do one rotation followed by another, that's the same as just doing one rotation overall. That's not immediately obvious, I suppose, but if you accept that, yeah, no, it's not immediately obvious at all that as you do these permutations, there's a kind of fixed axis, but true. Oh, people got further maths tomorrow. Good luck. Hey, hello Apple as well. Nice to see you. And yeah, I guess 4D because I've got a cube inside another cube, and that's what a 4-dimensional cube would look like, right? Oh, now it's spinning that way. Wait, so I can spin it that way, and I can spin it this way. Okay, that's good. And that way. Oh, it depends how I spin it. I'm gonna have to concentrate really hard on this. It is letting me grab it and spin it around. Okay, 3D, much harder than 2D. Okay, so here's the weird fact, slightly weird fact. Let's not oversell it. Some afternoon chill maths, slightly weird fact. If you give me a permutation of red, blue, green, white, then I can do a rotation of the cube that shows you the corners in that order. So at the moment it says, going around the face of the cube here, red, blue, green, white. And if you picked a different permutation, right, like blue, white, red, green, then I could do a rotation of the cube and then find, right, okay, blue, white, red, green, there it is. For each permutation of those four things, there's a rotation, or if you prefer, an orientation of the cube. And for each orientation of the cube, there's clearly a way of listing those four things. That's nice. There's kind of a one-to-one correspondence there. That's also not obvious, but not that hard to prove. It's something like you choose, so if you request that you would like to see green in the top right corner, I've got some choices, because I can put green over here, like this corner, or I could choose that corner down there if I wanted to. And it depends on whether you want to see red, white, blue. I mean, even if I have this corner up here in the corner because you picked green as the first thing you wanted, I've still got choices about which of the three faces I'm using and what I want coming up next. There are multiple green corners. Anyway, that gives me permutations, and that means that I can kind of label orientations of the cube with label those with my permutations to sort of illustrate that one-to-one correspondence. So I think my plan for a little bit of time is to try and make this thing that I'm waffling about out loud, to make that a bit more visual on the screen, which I'm going to do by identifying 24 points. There are 24 permutations, so maybe I should show you 24 of something, and I think those are going to be points. So what do I want here? I would like some points on the surface of the cube. So, oh my goodness, am I going to have to do this like, maybe have to, but things like this. Right, now how's that works? Is that a point? Ah, yes, there we go, there's a point. So I could put points on the face of each cube. That would give me 6 things. I'm looking for 24 things, 4 times 6. And of course, the face of the cube has got 4 orientations. So I'm going to put my points slightly off-centered so that you can see that when I rotate, you get different ones. Right, which means that I'm looking for a bunch of these. So flip the Y's and the X's. And, oh no, that's gone over there. It's not quite what I wanted, is it? Yeah, so if I'm focused on how am I going to do this systematically? This is going to be a bit messy. I'm going to do that. And I'm going to do minus 0.5s. That works. No, weirdly that's not worked. Why is the blue one the same as the red one? Because I put the minuses in the same place, because I'm silly. If you're joining us for Chill Maths for the first time, if something goes wrong, it's probably because I did something silly. Now I think I want, so that we're not being confusing, I think I want all the points to be kind of the same, or at least not the same colours as the lines. Yeah, okay, so here's the idea. I'm going to put 24 of these on here, and then a rotation of the cube, a kind of symmetry of the cube, is anything that you choose one of the purple points, and I have to spin the cube around and try and make sure that that one ends up at the top of that face. Finding the right face gives me the right kind of solid body rotation, except for which way around the face is, but that's why we've put the points not in the centre of the face. Okay. Looking for a smiley face in Desmos so that you can see the orientation. What does that mean? There's a chance you're describing a Desmos feature that I'm not clever enough to use, or maybe that's a good joke about. Yes, no, it's a good joke about a prop I've got. I showed you all, didn't I? Prop with a triangle with a smiley face on one side and an unhappy face on the other. So the cube's got extra symmetry, so which turn it inside out. Those would be pretty bad news for cubes. Right, okay, so I think, it's a bit cheeky. Do these get labels? That would be nice. What's a good way to do a kind of labelled point? You can have a line, you make it clickable, on click. Oh, I don't really want that. Kind of a screen reader label. What am I thinking of where you have a kind of feature that has a label? You put text into something on Desmos? Oh, this will come to me. Look, I'm going to keep putting my purple dots around there, and then we'll work out how to get text in the scene. Right, just click on them. No? Am I going mad? There's definitely a thing for this, isn't there? There's definitely a thing. Desmos. Oh, I've just been distracted by seeing my own stream. I didn't need to see that. Great. Oh no, it's still there. How do I make it not? Anyway, go for it. Good times. Right. I'm going to add purple dots. If anybody knows how to get text to appear so I can start labelling these, do let me know. And just in case it needs all of them to be different, I'm going to type them all differently. Can I type copy multiple things? No, that'd be too easy. Yeah. I suppose for chill reasons I should try and have like banter at the same time, but it does reduce the odds that I get the points in the right places and all the same colour. No, you see, yeah, I was talking and I clicked in the wrong place. Who among us has not been talking and clicked in the wrong place? Okay, so this is good. This is already illustrating the fact that you can rotate a cube like this around, and the purple dots come back. Or you can do that rotation. Whee! And you get the same kind of pattern of purple dots. Or if you prefer, a purple dot appears on your screen there. Oh no, yep, there, perfect. Bam, exactly where there was a purple dot before. That's a rotation of the cube. There's obviously some missing corresponding to these other purple dots. Okay, and maybe this one. Bam! Now the pixel of your screen that was purple is purple again. That's a rotation of the cube. Okay, right, good. What on earth? Right, okay. I think this is just going to be one of those ones where it's a bit of a boring live stream and I permute a load of numbers. Yeah. Yeah, it's called chill live stream, not efficiently coded live stream. I really should look up how to do text. I've had labelled things in 2D Desmos. Sort of want a note, but in the scene. Maybe this is impossible. Maybe I'm going to have to come up with some really weird point-based codey sort of nonsense. That'll be fun. Okay. Yeah, maybe this is not a Desmos task. No, everything is a Desmos task. We must now demonstrate the Demonstrate the permutations of a cube using nothing but this. Oh, I've put too many numbers in there. 0.510. I also want negative of that. And then I want that, but switch the 0.5 from the 0 around. And negative of that. And then I've got, that's the ones over here. And then I want those, but with minus ones. Because 3, this one, 4 over here, and make them all purple. What does this say? Desmos doc says click and hold the colour for label options. Click and hold the colour. Like this. This. Settings. This. I feel like this is a thing in 2D Desmos. I'm going to quickly check 2D Desmos. Whoop. You have a point in, and you go, click, no, you go settings, label, you see, thing in 2D Desmos. There you go, you put text in on the point, and then if it moves, then the text moves around as well. Right, good. Okay, 3D Desmos doesn't seem to have this technology. Well, that's neat. You turn the not display, but still display the text. Cool. Okay, so you could just have text. 2D Desmos. All these stuff about labels, drag and clickable stuff. 3D Desmos. Just clickable or not. Can I put add screen over? I'm not clever enough to know what to do with clickable over there. It'd be good if it span it all round and rotated it and stuff, wouldn't it? Yep, I can use nothing by 2D only. Okay. Remember to do a shout out to followers as well. I used to do this, didn't I? And then I forgot for a bit. So while we're doing this, shout out to AbeHero11 and Lazy Shooter 101, who maybe through Oxford Online Maths Club or something else found out about GeoMaths and are now followers of this channel as well. Cool, which is bringing us closer to, of course, much anticipated follow goal. I can't remember when we set the follow goal. I think it was, it was so long ago. What have I done? I want these with minus ones. We set the follow goal quite a long time ago based on her pretty traumatic experience with square numbers, and it's kind of surprising to see it getting closer and closer, so that's nice. Yeah. Okay, we've got a whole bunch of purple dots. There's going to be 24 of them when I'm done. And then I was going to label them, but that seems like not an option, so I might need some other technology. Well, we'll get there, So I'm going to take my previous 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I just sort of rotate them again. I like doing these things in Desmos to start off with, at least, because you get a tiny bit of understanding about how, if you have any ideas about how to do something faster or better, then it's when you switch to a different language or something to actually go and do that, you've already done some of the groundwork before you go and do it in a proper language. No, this is a proper language. What have I done? Oh, I've forgotten to flip the last 4 to minus ones. I'm going to get my 24 dots. There we go. There's so many streams where people are trying to get achievements, and this is one where I had a thing I wanted, and I got the thing I wanted. There we go. Yes, nice. Okay, good. So now I have a cube with some purple dots on it. What was I doing? Okay, this is great now, because any of the 24 rotations that you can do on a cube, to twist it round and rotate it, to show me any of the 6 faces in any of the orientations, I've got a purple dot that's kind of associated with that particular rotation, that particular orientation. It will be facing us and at the top. So, for example, the rotation that's like spin it around the green axis by 120 degrees. So if you look at the green axis, it's got this nice 120 degree symmetry. It's very pretty. There we go. Right down the green axis, bam. So it's a nice 120 degree symmetry. So you can do a rotation around that axis. But for me, with the purple dots, that's just, it's much easier to explain. That's just this one, this dot here. Because if I get this dot to come round and up, oh, this is the test. Can I get it to go actually on top? Where do I twist it to get that one on top? Ah! Oh, now we got a little puzzle. How do I convince Desmos I want that one on the top? Ah, it's gone over there, but now I'm not allowed to rotate it that way. Oh, okay, right, challenge. If I could get that one to be on the top by just twisting my screen. Why won't it spin that way now? Why is it not happy with me? Oh, did we get it? No. It's still not happy with me. Okay, that would be a 120 degree rotation. Okay, so 3D Desmos. I'm getting there. Pretty useless dice. Yeah. Pretty useless die, yeah. It's not loaded. It's a fair die. If anything, it's more fair than a normal die. So maybe we've created the fairest die. Returns an extremely fair result. I think there's an XKCD that says random number generator gives four chosen at random, guaranteed to be random. So here's the die that does that. Okay, so I was going to try and show you how these different dots correspond quite neatly to different permutations of 4 objects. I was going to write on them. I suppose I could sort of point at them. The idea, yeah, so I suppose we'd stop the clock with one of them at the top and we would read off right to left around like this. Blue, white, red, green. Doesn't really matter which direction I go there, but read off the 4 colours, blue, white, red, green. That's the label for this one here. It's a little bit arbitrary about whether I choose that one or not, but let's say that our rule is whichever purple dot we've got here, we read off the colours of the corners, blue, white, red, green, and that gives us white, green, blue, red. That gives us a permutation of the 4 colours for each of the purple dots. And I claimed earlier without proof that that permutation is different for each of the purple dots. So maybe I should prove that. I'm trying to decide how obvious it is, which is not a good teaching technique, is it? Yeah, because it's kind of the order of the colours, because the I guess you have to worry about like whether it's right-handed, left-handed sort of nonsense. What's the way of explaining that you can get any permutation? I mean, should just label all 24, right? We're clearly just doing this in a kind of hand wavy way anyway. And proof that there's a one-to-one correspondence between the permutations of 4 colours and these purple dots that comes from just reading off, looking at it with that one on top. I wish I could spin this 90 degrees just to show you a slightly different one being on top. Reading off green, white, blue, red gives you a permutation. I think I might want to switch this to... I mean, a mad thing I could do would be to put a little braille pattern of dots in, because I can do dots, look, I can do spherical dots. To put like a braille pattern of dots in to explain to you which permutation that one represents. Let's not do that, that sounds mad. Why did I want to do this? It's a sensible question. last week we were talking about derangements, or ways to take four things like white, blue, red, green, and to derange them. And something I kept saying was, oh, you can do this kind of rotation. And the cube model makes that rotation really clear because it's a rotation of the cube. These 4 points correspond to, well, this one is blue, red, green, white, and then this one is white, blue, red, green, and those have all been deranged. So on the faces of the cube, each of these 4 points represents permutation, and they're relatively deranged from each other. Any pair is a derangement. Hello, Delta Amy has got a multivariable calculus test on Tuesday. Hi Amy, welcome to the stream. You've asked if you're cooked, which really depends on how much multivariable calculus you know, I guess, and also what they're going to test you on. Yeah, Desmond's got 3D. It's quite good for multivariable calculus. Can do some surfaces. Let's save this. Cube 4. So multivariable calculus. People look at surfaces, right? So you might have a surface like this. Let's make it slightly curve in different directions. You have some weird surface like this. Wow, crazy. What have I done? I think Amy's going to tell us what sort of multivariable calculus they need to practice. But okay, that's a bit better. That's kind of cool. Okay, so you've got a surface like this, where you might be interested in the way that this kind of curves around, and if I wanted to show you the normal to this surface, pointing away from this surface, then I'd need to think about how the surface is changing in different directions. People sort of create these kind of vectors where they talk about things going downhill. It's me trying to decide if I'm now teaching multivariable calculus, because I think quite a few people watching in chat for Chill Maths have maybe not seen multivariable calculus fully, or start off. I think a lot of people haven't started university. So, not obviously a bad thing. Yeah, see, Charlie doesn't know about multivariable calculus, and it's something I teach. So I'm doing revision tutorials with my students at the moment. We had a bit of multivariable calculus last week. There are things in multivariable calculus that are just like integration by parts in higher dimensions, which is quite fun. But you start by looking at surfaces really, and thinking about how things change as you change the inputs. So this is a function of x and y. It's got x and y in there in quite a trivial way. I've got kind of an x bit and a y bit. Like they could be more complicated in their relationship, like, I don't know, sine of x plus y or something. Very good. Yeah, something nice. Something nice and wavy. Sine of x times y. I bet that's really good. Oh yeah, that's really good. Oh, I like that a lot. There we go. Negative, positive. Desmos 3D is a little bit, I mean, normal Desmos does this too. The level of detail is quite dependent on your zoom level. Anyway, so you've got kind of a function, maybe. And you might be interested in whether you're going uphill or downhill if you move in a particular direction. That can change in different places, different directions. Whether there's anything helpful I can say? Probably not. Hey, Desmos has got 3D mode. That might be useful. Oh, it's crashed. No, there's back. Symmetry of the cube can be corresponded to the permutation of 4 objects. Is there a shape for the permutations of 3 objects? A3, so S3. Yeah. Does a tetrahedron do that? In some sense? And for 5 objects, yes, and it's brilliant. Let me quickly, so 3 objects, I'm not totally sure because I would need to show you A3, which has only got 3 elements. So I suppose that would be rotations of triangle. Oh no, hang on. Permutations, I would need to show you S3, which has got 6 elements, which is the symmetry group of a triangle, if you let me turn the sides over. there's a classic thing for showing people symmetries of three things, where you put the three things that you're permuting at the corners of a triangle, and then you let them rotate the triangle or reflect it, and that does the kind of symmetries of the three things corresponding to symmetries of the triangle. Slightly, you've got to turn the triangle over. So maybe the thing I should draw for you is a triangular prism. How am I going to draw you a triangular prism? That sounds mad. I guess I need to draw 3 lines and put triangles on the ends, and then put some dots on the triangles. And then your rule's going to be like spin the Toblerone shaped thing, or maybe turn it around, or spin it around like that. So there are objects, yeah, that work where the rotations work like the symmetries of 3 things. I'm going to have a go, just because I've never tried before. I think I'm going to have a go at drawing a triangle in 3D Desmos. Might be a disaster. Let's find out. I don't actually know. How do you do lines in... It's a good start, isn't it? How do you do lines in 3D Desmos? So I could do that. But what if I want to do that while also y is 2 and z is 3 or something? Across z. Okay, no, I don't know what I'm doing. So to do that... Oh no, that's not good. That's not how lines work. Okay, do that. There's a plane. That's a surface. Okay, maybe I just want 3 of these for my... There's a little geometry quiz now. Okay, maybe I just want a few of these. And that'll be a little prism, and that'll be nice. This feels like a kind of quiz. I know Desmos has competitions sometimes where they get people to draw things. Why can't I do this? Oh no, what have I done? That's just really at an angle. Maybe they should get people to draw things that are useful to me in a math sense. Good, and I'm going between y is 0 and 1. Maybe I just need to get much better at Desmos. Okay, and then I want to kind of trim these things, put some triangles on the ends, and have a little triangular prism for... Cool. Yeah, okay, so x is a... Oh, yeah, okay, so I need to express if I've got a lambda. Yes, okay, I like that. I missed that, okay. Okay, I want to kind of trim this down a bit, don't I? So this should be only between x is 0 and 1. So let me do 2 sorts of inequality. It's or, it's applied or to them, not and. So maybe if I put the second one in a different bracket. Good. Correct inequality. I wonder if... Oh my goodness, why have I got all these square root 3s? What did I do? How big's my triangle? Why did I put all the square root 3s in? I was definitely trying to do something triangular. Yeah, no, that was clever. That was good. I should keep doing that. This should actually be root 3 over 2, shouldn't it? No. No one thinks that. Root 3 over 3? Good. The trigonometry is for, you can also do trigonometry just with guesswork sometimes. Not legal advice. Right, and then this should be between, I guess, square root 3 over 6 with my mad convention about where the sides of this triangle are. Yeah, okay, good. And then this last one, I don't know what we're doing, but I'm having fun, so that's good. Yeah, a little triangular prism. Ah, having a great time. Okay, cool. Can I regret not putting it in the middle? What's it over there? Artstream. Artstream, isn't it? The cube was blue. I should make these blue. Well, this is going to be a challenge, isn't it? Because now I'd like to put a face on here, like x equals 0, extend to 3D. an idiot. Y equals 0. Extend to 3D, but now, oh, it's too much triangle. So I want to put these inequalities for x on there as well. I have to say that much. And actually, ooh, y should be positive. Y is 0. Z should be positive. Oh, if I can't get variables the right way around, this is going to be no fun. Now, what? How do you do triangles? How do you do triangles? How do I tell it where the top of the triangle is? I have to tell it to be under the triangle. Putting a triangle on a triangle. The cube was easy. The cube was easy. Messing around with planes in Desmos. Okay, so I want to do something like Z needs to be less than root 3x. Oh, I'm quite lazy. That's kind of a triangle, isn't it? Look, I'm quite lazy, so I could just do half a triangle and then the other half a triangle. Half a triangle and then the other half a triangle over there. It's not pretty. But in some sense, oh no, yeah, so this should be 1 minus, because that's my mad. Oh, look, okay, we put a triangle on. 2 more of those on the other end. Where's the other end of 1? Why have I done it like this? Okay, good, 2 more of those. And y is 1. Oh my goodness, we've made a triangle. We've made a triangular prism. Y should be vertical. Yeah. It bugs me so much that I've put it. Oh, graph bounds. Oh, can I just turn off the? Interesting. I can turn off the axes. That helps a bit. Not much though. I want to rotate around the center. I could just change the x and y bounds by adding. This is so clunky. I'm going to add root 3 over 6. That's going to be alright, isn't it? This is a disaster. Okay. Chat. Should I translate it to the middle just to prove a point? Or should I? Where's the other end gone? I thought we did the other end. It hasn't rendered because it wasn't there. And it's having an issue. It's not wrong. Good. Translating it left would now be really hard because I've done it in such a stupid manner. Change all the zeros to -1s. That's a good start. Yeah, so if I just move this over here, and then the long planes of it can just be extended like that, and that's a bit better. Chat, is there a meme for like when you're just watching someone just sort of fighting himself? It's like there's no adversity here. You're just making this worse for yourself for kind of like no reason. Because I think that might be what I'm doing. Just things are getting more and more complicated for exactly no reason. Okay, so I'm translating everything left by root 3 over 6. This is a great plan. This is what great plans are made of. This is just fantastic. This is exactly what I should be doing, yes. Translating everything left by root 3 over 6. Which means adding, doesn't it? Or something. Yeah, translating everything left by root 3 over 6. What did you do? I translated everything left by root 3 over 6. Why did you do it? Because it wasn't in the middle. And now it will be. Now it will be. Green plane. Where have you gone? Ah, you have not been translated left by root 3 over 6. Did everybody see the moment I got the translation wrong by not thinking about how translations work? One of these is off. It's the purple plane. Should only go to that. Okay, then move all those triangles left a bit. And the implausible thing that I wanted is now coming together. Ah, sticks in the bicycle. Yes, that meme. Thank you. That is what I'm up to. Oh no, these have got to change as well. No, we do it all at once. All at once. All at once. We are doing this the clever way. Yeah, perfect. This is just what I wanted. This is just what I wanted. I can add that and put the brackets in. I can add it here and put the brackets in. It's just definitely. This is just really good maths. Top code, excellent coding practice, of course, is to hard code all of your parameters. Like if you find you're using the number √3/6 quite a lot, just copy paste it. It's the same everywhere. That's how you get a beautiful triangular prism like this one. No notes. It's 0 issues, right? This is what they look like. I wonder if that person still who wanted homework help. Yeah, I don't think they saw this and they thought, no, I think we could do better. Right. What did I do? So, okay, so this is like the blue triangle. Should actually only be. Have the axes back on. Now he wants the axes. Should actually be only x up to 0. Or maybe the opposite. Maybe it should only start at 0. Render. The purple triangle. Who knows? Maybe that one. Yes, got lucky. That one. Yes, got lucky twice. Make it all blue. It's now centered. I will put a parameter in for L. Just for the length. That seems like a sensible parameter, right? Because I think it's too long, but I don't know how much too long it is. So I'm just going to move everything down a tiny bit. This would have been a good idea approximately 15 minutes ago. Yeah, nice. You see, I think that's a little bit too short. But now, hey, grown-up code for sensible people. 5, yeah, okay, maybe that was all right. Okay, length of thing doesn't quite matter. Okay, make everything blue. We did it. Is that a wow because I did something properly? I think it might be. Maybe it's a wow for this beautiful shape we've made. A triangle, yeah, triangular. Oh gosh, I hate the fact it's not centered vertically. Oh, no. Why have I put it there? I'm gonna have to move it down by some mad multiple of √3. Why have I put it there? I wanted to talk about rotations, and it's just sitting there like a house on top of the surface. Also, Desmos doesn't let me rotate it that way around. Desmos only lets me spin it. I can put Z. Okay, so I can bring Z axis down. So what? So if I wanted to show someone this, I can bring Z. I can bring Z all the way up. Oh no! So the only sane way to do this is really to have it around the Z axis, because that's the one that Desmos lets you spin around by 360 degrees, and it also lets you flip it over that way. Whereas if you put it around the Y axis like I have, the most sensible way to spin it, what we've learned is that prisms we made. What we learned. So really I want to put it around the Z axis and down a bit. How much of my life am I going to spend on this? Too much of my life. Definitely the next 10 minutes. Interesting, interesting. It's pretty good, but we can do better. Can you duplicate? I think you can duplicate. I would like to duplicate. No? Duplicate. Yes. Prism 2. Prism 2. Let's go. Okay, back in. Because now I'm going to do nonsense. Now I'm going to do rubbish. I'm going to do absolutely stupid things. Like, for example, trying to switch all the Ys and Zs. Just one at a time like this. Y, switch all the Ys and Zs. What are you doing? Oh, I drew it the wrong way around, so I'm going to switch all the Ys and Zs. Why are you doing that? Well, because I didn't think things through before I started. So now I'm switching all the Ys and Zs. But aren't there quite a lot of Ys and Zs? Yes, quite a few. Have you got any system for what order you're going to change them in? Oh, no. Are you going to hit F12 in the middle of editing that and lose your place? Yeah, absolutely. Switch all the Ys and Zs. This could have gone much worse. Could have gone much worse. Sort of fine. There's a couple of Ys and Zs that you missed, but only because you weren't really paying attention to what you were doing. I'm actually quite happy to switch all the Ys and Zs. Look at that. That's the way around I want. Oh my goodness. Save your work. Blink and save my work. All right, okay. You've noticed that I'm going crazy. Crazy with fun. Look at this. Okay, we're going to subtract a tiny amount to move it left in the Y direction. Or what is that? Breathe. I'm going to bring it down a little bit. The real derangement. Password 123 is the best password. We've logged into Desmos now, so that's good. So part of me wants to replace all of the Ys with Y plus a little shift. So for a shift of like, what is that? I think it's 1/3 of the height. The height is something ridiculous, isn't it? The height is 0.5. So I think I want to shift it by 1/6. But I reserve the right to be wrong. So I'm going to call it S. This is going to say plus S. Plus S, yeah, they're moving in the right direction. Okay, so this is fine. I'm just replacing, like a little find and replace, but I don't think Desmos has that, so we're just being really careful. It makes the code complete spaghetti nonsense that doesn't make sense to anybody who will ever have to look at it, but that's nobody, so this is fine. Just bring it down by 1/6. No, it's perfect. It spins, it does triangle, it does triangle, it does triangle, it does triangle, that way around. It does triangle. It does triangle. We could put a little happy face on this side and a little sad face on this side, and it would have the two faces. It is a triangular prism that spins. It's never going to stop. I've been staring at it for an uncomfortably long time. I really love it. Right, let's put dots on it. I should put lines through it? Oh, we should put lines through it. Because what's it rotating? I'm not sure what it's rotating. Not important. Oh, we should put dots on. Let's put 6 purple dots on it, and then we can just sort of call it a day. 6 purple dots. How hard could that be? He says. I can see already it's going to be really hard. Okay, I'm going to finally define a constant, which is like constant naming is really hard in Desmos because one letter is much easier than the others. Otherwise, you have to do sort of subscript stuff. So I'm just going to go Q for. I think this constant is going to be square root 3/6. Something I should have named ages ago. Because, for example, I might like to put something at 0 Q L. Okay, that's at a Q for corner. Well, not quite corner. It's disconcerting, actually, how that's not quite on the corner. Don't enjoy that. Oh, maybe minus a 6th or something weird. So a clever thing to do would have been to draw a diagram first, and then to really, really loud egg beater. That's the soundtrack for Chill Maths. It's official. We ship it out, so make sure that everyone can hear the really loud egg beater at all times during the. It was that or yakety sax, right? Just chaos, but also circus music at all times. This is fine. Let's just set key to be a small number. Lovely. I like it. It doesn't entirely matter where I put that. Because then what I want to do, I want to show you the kind of rotations. Oh, I could do this with actual rotations. That would be fun. So I could take that 0q and kind of rotate it by 2 pi over 3 would be nice. Right, is this how you rotate? I can't really remember. I think it is. Oh. Okay, that's how you rotate, isn't it? Narrator voice. It was not how you rotate. Oh, because I've got weirdly many brackets. Weirdly many brackets. Why has it done that? Is it in degrees? No. Why has it gone over there? That's nowhere. What do I mean to type here? What on earth am I doing? Quick bit of trick. I want to rotate a point. Keep the Z the same, but rotate. Why is it going so far? Okay, switch the degrees because I am daft. There we go. That's better. Okay. You can all. Each person in chat is allowed to make fun of me once for using degrees. For failing at radians, switching to degrees, and then getting it right immediately afterwards. You have to make fun of me once for that. Yeah. Okay, there we go. That's good. Okay, catch those in. There you go. Yeah, it's just linear transformations. Linear transformations. There's 3 points down here as well. Let's colour them purple. Turn off the axes. The axes were already there, so that I get everything in exactly the right places, which we've now achieved. Okay. Quick check. Neutrino, why are we doing this in Desmos? Yeah, that's a very good question. Prisms. So when was this? Can I find out when a chat message was? That'd be fun. Be a good estimate of what's just happened. Yeah, okay, so approximately 20 minutes ago, a cool person in chat asks, is there a shape where the rotations show you permutations of 3 objects? And the answer is yes. Here it is, it's this triangular prism. Yay! So with 3 objects, you can do a kind of rotation between them. So to go from 1, 2, 3 to 2, 3, 1 to 3, 1, 2, and then back to 1, 2, 3. That's happening on the board right now. But you also have the option to do something where you switch 1, 2, 3 to 1, 3, 2. Let me show you that. So that will have kind of keep 1 in the same place. Having turned the axes off, it's a little bit tricky, but there we go. Okay, so that switches around the kind of other 2, in a sense. Actually, let's be clearer about what I'm switching, because before I had those nice red, green, blue, white lines that were being switched, and it's not hard for me to draw those. In this case, they're all parallel. So that's cute, I guess. Let me draw you some parallel lines then. There's a bit of horror in my voice as we try and work out how to do that. It's something like this, isn't it? No. Chat told me how to do this using A-level maths. So something we all know and love, right? Or ish, or something. So in 2D, that's a line. But I also need to extend to 3D, it just has Z being anything. So maybe I want Z equals X equals Y. Okay, so not that line. But I think I want something like, I've got kind of a favourite value of X and Y. What sort of line is that? I want something like X is 3. But on Y equals 3. Not 3, 1. Not 1, 0. But restricted to this. So I'm happy with that. How do I draw a line again? How do we draw a line? It's not that. Why is that not drawing the z-axis? I would hope that would draw the z-axis. I suppose there are no points kind of on the z-axis, so how's it going to find them? Maybe if it's something like this, but then if I restrict it to have y be really tiny, it feels silly. I just want a line, right? I just want y to be a line with x equals 0 and y equals 0, but then my choice of values. Vertical lines in Desmos. Vertical lines in Desmos. Worked it out, worked it out. You have to tell it that it involves Z, and then it's happy. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Subtract 1. I think that's 5, so I can see it. Do I need the axes back on? Ah, good. Okay, we're getting somewhere. So I can subtract values. I saw that in chat earlier. Subtracting values is the hack. My values are all square root of 3 nonsense, so I'll do that now. Or are they actually 1/6 nonsense? I've forgotten how large my triangle is. I've forgotten how large my triangle is. It was that large. Minus 1/6, plus 1/6 maybe. Hey, there's an edge. Right, okay, we got one of them. We got one of them. And then the other side, and then the top. So for the top, I want x as is. I want y to be over there. Good, right, okay, and let's not have blue for one of the edges. Let's go red, white, green, like the Italian flag. Okay. I'm back. We've got 3 lines, 3 colours, red, green, and white. And if you tell me a permutation of those, like green, red, white, then I can find a purple dot so that starting there and going round, it reads green, red, white, the thing you said. Green, red, white is kind of the opposite order, so I need to look down here and spin. There it is. Okay, so for this dot, if you read round, they go green, red, white around the side. I'm starting from the top and going anti-clockwise. And if you give me any sequence of those 3 colours on the Italian flag, like red, white, green, the Italian flag, then I can rotate around until I find a purple dot, where starting just above it and going around anti-clockwise, permutations give you those 3, red, white, green. Hooray, we did it. Right. Now, Akul also asked about 5 things. So, what we're going to try and draw next is this object, which is called the compound of 5 cubes. We're not going to make this in Desmos, don't panic. It's 5 cubes at the same time. It's one of my favourite things for explaining. Well, it's one of my favourite things that we've got in this cabinet in the maths department that you could use for explaining geometry, and I've tried. My favourite thing for explaining geometry is a bit much, but look at this. isn't this like the most, in some sense, the most cubes you've ever seen, but also the most dodecahedron thing you've ever seen, because it's got all these pentagons going on. Maybe you're thinking, where are the pentagons? You'll see them in a moment, I suppose, especially if I point over here, this 5-pointed star. Once you see these 5-pointed stars, you start to notice, there's another one over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. And there's another one down here. I would really like a spinning model of this. Here's one. Okay. Oh no, what's this? That's my shape. That's a dodecahedron on a cube. Oh, I see. So sorry. If you've seen a Matt Parker video recently, where Matt Parker picks 8 of the corners of a cube, eight of the corners of a dodecahedron, and they make a cube. These are the cubes. There are 5 of them. I think Matt Parker labelled this up and had a physical one. Ooh, animation. I would love an animation. I already want the 3D model. 3D model? Oh, this is a bit. Files undefined, cannot be presented. Okay, it's a bit much. I don't know how to do that. Okay. Animation. Matt Parker made something with dodecahedron labelled with lots of these edges, sort of face edges, face diagonals, and diagonals that go through the dodecahedron. And it's really nice because rotations of the dodecahedron permute the cubes, and you see the cubes are 5 colours: red, yellow, green, blue, and black. And the orientations of the dodecahedron correspond to permutations of those 5 objects. Really set myself up to name the 5 colours on the screen, and the bar was low, but I didn't quite get it. What's yellow? Other hard questions. It is good, isn't it? Parts of it look proper chaotic, and then you realise, no, I'm just looking at part of the edge of a cube, and that's a different edge of a cube that's just intersecting it. We see the yellow one. Yeah. So good question about Minecraft. Let's put that on screen as well. Hard choice to make. I'm an adult, but I don't like the idea of you personalising my Minecraft experience to that. So End Crystal, good, cool. It's got what can we see? Some cubes. Kind of 3 cubes in the same place, I can see. They're kind of they're rotating separately. But you're right, there's a thematic similarity there. I wonder if someone had seen one of these when they were designing the Minecraft item. On the left, maths. On the right, Minecraft. I'm an adult, but I don't like the. You see now, look, we're getting adverts for things like Amazon Prime and. You know, what if it's like, oh, great, gambling, let's go, and suddenly, oh no, gambling stream. You've opted into all of the beer adverts. Cool, right, okay. We're not going to build that in Desmos. Don't build that in Desmos. This is not going to turn into a gambling stream. My goodness. I've heard of this. I've heard of chess players. I don't know what it is about chess, but chess players in particular. All the gamblers want, all the gambling websites want chess players. So yeah, there's a route there. Although, got to get good at chess. Getting into compounds via Minecraft. Brilliant stuff. So after last week, people talked about Minecraft quite a lot, and I did go and get back into my Minecraft account. So I did get back into Minecraft to see what was going on there, and oh my goodness, it's very different now. Gambling stream disguised as a probability stream. That is, oh. They're constantly disclosing sponsorship, but also it's still really uneasy through all that. Really uneasy through all of the calculations. The thing I want to do that I don't have the compute power for, I don't think there's any chance I'm getting the compute power for this, is I've got a little one of the casino sets from a charity shop, because hey, dice and cards, pretty good value proposition. But it also has kind of roulette wheel, that's really, it doesn't weigh anything. It's amazing. It's really wobbly. So not for high rollers, of course. Plastic roulette wheel. But there's something interesting I think you can do with a roulette wheel that's obviously biased, but I don't know how it's biased. I can find out by just spinning it lots, and recording what happens. But maybe there's a way to make that into a game along the way. And I want to try and work out the best way to turn it into a game. So you get several people to sit down with a roulette wheel that's definitely biased, because look at it, it's really cheap. But we don't know how. There's probably a game in there. Something like the odds need to change. You need to be kind of something like, as the players start to suspect that this particular wheel is biased in the way of, I don't know, always giving you even numbers, then the odds or the payout for even numbers needs to change to kind of balance that. It's a kind of market thing. I should get some of my finance buddies to do the market thing for it. No. I'm not blacklisted by any casinos. Look at this. Is this true? I think this is true. I think I've been to a casino exactly once in my life. And I did the rare thing of quitting while I was ahead, which means that so long as I never go to a casino again, I can just truthfully say that I'm up on up on the experience. I don't recommend that as a kind of like, just wait until you're up, and then go for it. Although, do people know the strategy? Anyway, yeah, good. It was not 100% win streak. What do the adverts say? I feel like we need to do the advert disclaimer. Oh yes, when the fun stops. Stop. Right, good. Descriptions of gambling for an audience that is almost certainly not allowed in casinos, at least in part. G'day. So I'd want it to be a kind of Bayesian thing. This oh, there's the obvious. You put the /J in just in case, but you put in the opposite. When the fun stops, it's when the casino gets going. Let me draw you the thing that I want to do in Minecraft. This is still not a Minecraft stream. I think it's converging on a Minecraft stream. We haven't ruled out Minecraft stream. I can just show you. Can I run Minecraft on this at the same time? I could just show you. Yeah. Okay, let's give it a go. Chat, we're going to try being a Minecraft stream. We're going to give it a go. Yeah, so the background is from the stream, by the way. The background is a pursuit problem thing. We made this together on the stream. Chat helped with the colour gradient stuff until we got a nice collection of pinks and blues and purples. In fact, I think we spent more time getting the colours nice than we did on the actual, what it looks like or anything. The paths. The paths are easy. They're just chasing each other and drawing dots as they go. The colour scheme That was the tough bit. Right, what is going on? That is doing something or other. That is doing something or other. That was a good stream. It was totally an art stream. You see, the art stream is kind of good, except sometimes we just make a blue prism and we see what's going on there. Okay, does this work? If I just go like that? Is that not capture? We have a problem. Houston, we do not know what we're doing. So that's not happy with me. So that is interesting. Hey, oh no, there we go. Okay, that's a thing. We're a Minecraft stream now. Let me quickly show you let me quickly show you what we're doing. Let's do that, and then it goes away again. But then I can make it come back, and then pause, and then it's back. We learn how to do it. We learn how to do it. Ooh. I don't know how to change categories. I don't know how to. Okay, good. Right. Where are we? We're in a tiny house. I don't. This is not right. Okay, we're not here to critique my Minecraft abilities. We are here to look at a Menga sponge that I'm putting together. Obviously, we're doing Menga sponges. We've got to do fractals, right? To build a fractal, you will need lots and lots of stone bricks. I love stone bricks in Minecraft because I think they look classy. Stone brick. I think it looks good. And you can just get as many of them as you like. They're just in the ground. They're just free. So what we're doing is Menga sponge, Menga sponge, stone bricks, which I think actually is quite interesting because holes from one direction look like holes, but then from some directions they don't. So I think that's kind of nice. So my plan is to just sort of smash together loads of Menga sponge stuff. I've put it here because what I want it to happen is for it to go kind of into the hill. I want it kind of like in the landscape and to go into the hill because then you can kind of go, maybe we'll go into the mountain. I've never really hollowed out a mountain in Minecraft, so I kind of want to do that. I'll go into the hill and then maybe it'll open out underground and be like, oh my goodness, we're in an enormous Menga sponge or something. For people who have not met Menga sponges before, part of the appeal is the fractal nature of it, the idea they work on different scales. So this kind of smallest unit around here, 8 blocks here, and then 4 connecting it to 8 blocks at the back. So there's kind of 20 blocks in a kind of tiny unit. Let me show you a basic unit like this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then up 1, 2, 3, 4. Why am I building it in a tree? This is the best demo we had. Anyway, let's just build it like that. If you do this, and if you use that as a guide for where to put 20 of those, then you get one of these. And then if you do 20 of those, you quickly run out of time because 20 of those, that's huge. So people normally build these with command blocks or something, but where's the fun in that? Where's the fun in doing it with command blocks, right? We should be doing things with our bare hands. Oh. There's a good reason why I've been doing math streams and not Minecraft streams, right? Partly it's my inability to just focus on the task and get things done. Partly it's because I'm not very good at video games. I have had one idea though, to do with putting it in a mountain. There's one idea to do with putting it in a mountain, which is that it should also be buried in the ground a bit. So this one on the floor is the top of a lower one that's underneath the ground, and that's good because then most of it's hidden. If about half of it's underground already, then I don't need to build that bit. So I think aim for this is to build a kind of archway to start with. If you like, I've done that one, and then this one is in the ground. This one is on the right, and I'm going to do 3 on the top, and then I'll work out what to do behind afterwards. Because that's, oh my goodness, on the right that's 400, and then the 3 along the top is 1200. I need sort of 1600 of these things. And you end up doing a lot of these calculations where you're like, so 20 times 20 times 20 times 20 divided by 64. Oh no, that's an awful lot of blocks. Right, and somehow, just by merely switching to having Minecraft on stream, we've attracted some sort of a bot. It took me 2 seconds to deal with that. I think it's going to go away while I do that. Yeah, mods. Mods. No, I don't want to gift a sub. Manage suspicious user. Restrict. Did that work? Manage suspicious user. I still haven't worked out Twitch at all. And look, the game's gone away while I'm doing it. Married foreshadow this. Imagine a random person clicking on this thinking it's chill math. Yeah, well, the spam bots don't know. I still don't. I don't want to click to reply. I moderate. How do I moderate? I will learn this. So this is the hardest bit of this for me is, where do you click? How are you supposed to? I did it! Oh, I did it. Oh, great. Play of the game. Excellent stuff. No notes, 100%. Whew. Good. The inability to do anything in Twitch at the same time as doing something in a video game, I have no idea how anybody manages that for just anything, right? How do you possibly? I mean, maybe everyone else got like more of a kind of team effort. No, I missed a bit. Yeah, so this is, I think, my life now. To just do sort of 400 blocks at a time of an enormous manga sponge that's kind of coming out of a hill. Maths. I had other ideas. If other people have got other fractals that they think would work well in Minecraft, then do let me know. I was thinking a little bit about Sierpinski triangles, things with some kind of pattern that you could stand a chance of like building. Minecraft doesn't seem very good at triangles, so there's that. Oh no, that was obviously going to happen. Minecraft not great at triangles, so maybe Sierpinski triangle not the best idea I've ever had. Sorry, I've just noticed that when we successfully banned a person, Herb in chat shouted "riffle," which is the thing that you shout when. The thing you shout when. Yeah, that's the thing you shout when you ban someone in chat, isn't it? Good. Right. Let's do one side of a manga sponge to prove a concept, and then once we've done one side of a manga sponge to prove a concept, that might be Minecraft. Minecraft streaming. Good. Right. I think it's my new life now. We had a good run with, chatting about maths problems and multivariable calculus very briefly, but now it's just this. That's all I achieve now. Good. And probably that's better. Right. If you take a snapshot, if you write that. Oh, there's a manga sponge dimension, says Mountain Ash, in what I'm sure is. It doesn't sound true. It sounds mad. For starters, the thing in chat says that I have to go to version infinity, which I'm reluctant to do. Right, where am I supposed to be? So I've done those 4, and then I've done 8 in the bottom, and I've got 4, and then I'm doing 8 around the top, and I'm level with that side. And then, oh my goodness, there's 3 more on the top or something like that. So I want to be over there, building upwards. This is the thing I'm worst at, which is edges and jumping. Because, they don't make things easy for me. There we go, good. That's just about where I wanted it. Okay, good. Ooh. High stakes Minecraft building. Literally anything could happen. So Minecraft these days, I went underground because you've got to in order to get. Where do you think stone bricks come from? Got to get some stone. And I went underground expecting just like lots of grey stone because that's what Minecraft is built of. But underground, it's crazy down there. There's plants for starters. There's like moss, loads of clay, which is not what I wanted. I wanted bricks only, and other kind of like enormous caves that I didn't recognise. Just seems like I think I've missed a couple of versions, possibly about 10 years of Minecraft, and now I don't even recognise underground. So that's a thing. Have I been to the scary part? I found underground quite scary. Also, there's a guy, he lives over the hill. I don't know his name. He has a crossbow and a house, and he just lives on the other side of the hill. And that was, I don't think it was scary enough for me. That was not a row where I do all of the row. That was a row where I do some of the row, yes. Not these bits. What's that for? Ah, this is a mistake. That's a mistake. That's a mistake. That's a mistake. He followed me for a really long time. So I went over the hill to see what was over the hill. That was a mistake. Going over the hill was a mistake as well, because other side, yeah, it's just chaps. Well, there shouldn't be any chaps. It should just be like sheep. I vaguely remember raids being a thing, and I think it was one of those, but not in a raid. Maybe I do remember this. Yeah. I haven't done any sort of adventurous Minecraft stuff, like trying to go to the Nether yet in this world. I don't know what they've done to the Nether. Oh, I can't imagine I'm going to like it. But the Nether doesn't have any stone bricks, so what's even the point of going there when you could be, in the overground place? Overground place? The place that's not the Nether. It's got all the stone I'll ever need. Good thing about hollowing out a mountain, of course, is that I'm going to generate lots of stone as well while I'm doing the hollowing out, which I can then convert to stone bricks. So it's kind of quite eco-friendly in a way. It's sort of full circle. Just go around. How are you going to go to the end if you aren't going to go to the Nether? Oh my goodness. I don't think this is going to be the sort of stream that people usually get for a Minecraft stream. That's why we're in just chatting. Okay, good. Did I do it right? Is that... Yeah, lovely. Yeah, lovely. Just inspect all of these. Quick inspection. Yep, good. Pass. Quick inspection. Yep, good. Inspect this one. Yeah, looks good. 2 more to check. Yep, good. So I didn't put any blocks in. Oh, it's all those mistake blocks. Okay. Quick check. Let's go around the sides as well. Oof. It's not like Roblox. You have to make your own kind of oof noise. Down here, around there. Oh, that didn't look good. Oh, no, that's all right. It's because it's got a lot of dirt in it. It's not quite right. Yeah, but look, okay, so it's already got this kind of half-buried look. It's getting dark. Don't know about that. Oh, that was the other thing that surprised me. I was just in Minecraft, and there's now something that swoops out of the sky. I didn't care to hang around and find out what it was. I was like this, trying to go home. Hard day of mining normal rock and turning it into stone bricks. That's what I want to do. And yeah, got swooped by something. So that was quite bad. Herb says use a bed. Oh. Okay, should probably close the door. Use privacy, nothing else. Okay, cool. So that was a Menga sponge, approximately 400 blocks while talking absolute nonsense. Good. Oh, sprinting. Oh, right. Good crikey. Oh. And I think I'm going to be very good at this new Minecraft world of streaming. Let's switch back. Good. Okay, let's go over here and then over here. What am I doing? I'm going here. Whoop. Chat's back. That was weird, wasn't it? Don't know about that. Where's the prism gone? Bring the prism back. Ah, yeah, it's more comfortable. Good. So I just think that's got potential, to just sort of go into the cliff and have Mega Sponge everywhere. I'm aware of people making Mega Sponges out of sponge, which I considered, but I don't really know how to get sponge. They're quite late game, and I think people are doing creative mode when they make Mega Sponges out of sponge, or this weird hack that Nothing Ash told me about. I'm not sure it looks that good. The thing I consider is I do like the texture of stone brick, but what if it looked more like manga sponge for an extra layer, maybe? So if it looked like it had a hole in the middle, that'd be nice. I guess I'd want what I want. I'd want it to have a hole in the middle on each side. That'd be nice. It's an extra level, but maybe it should still look like stone brick. So I might have to find out how to change a texture. Just one texture. Just stone brick. One texture. Yeah, make a very small texture pack of everything's fine except stone brick. I want every stone brick to have a hole through the middle. Ooh, I have not considered stairs. Should I be using stairs? Is there a way to do this with stairs? If the unit size is a bit bigger, I think you could do something clever there. If you do 2 blocks for every block, then you could use stairs to have the hole. But you kind of want the holes going through all 3 directions. That's a bit tricky. Ooh, do you think I'll like chiseled stone bricks? Recommendation. That's my okay. So that's my okay. Right. Quick look at chat. That's a sleep deprivation monster, says Herb. Right, good. Called a phantom if I want to Google it. Yeah. And apparently the game has like underground stuff. I saw when I spawned in that kind of forest area, there's some mossy cobblestone, which I think is just mossy cobblestone. I think it's just there. It's like, oh, because it's a forest and it's mossy. Somebody might look up a biome for me if I'm lucky, or just know from like your young people Minecraft knowledge. Mossy cobblestone is just like a natural generation thing in forest areas. Anyway, I think maybe I'm wrong. Historically, that was only for exciting things like monster spawner areas. It's quite rare. And then maybe it was in jungle temples later on. And now it's just also hanging around in the forest. Yeah? Okay. Yeah. So I loaded in, I saw that, and I thought, oh, right, okay. Somewhere really exciting. A forest. Oh, right, okay. A forest. That biome, okay. I like that, though, because it looks like there was something stone here, cobblestone here, that's been overgrown. I'd be open to the idea, I think, of doing some of the manga sponge to make it look a bit like a jungle temple thing, but bigger. To make it look a bit like a jungle temple with maybe some vines, maybe some cobblestone, maybe some of the stone bricks. Breaks my heart, but maybe some of the stone bricks, not stone bricks, but some other block. Because I've done mega sponges before, very neat and tidy, and maybe there's a chance to do one that's more overgrown, has the trees in it, and has like falling apart bits. May have overthought this. I think it'll be more interesting for me anyway. Try and build the thing. Right, not going to do Minecraft every week, but might not do Minecraft every week. But yeah, this kind of like jungle. I don't know, this kind of story. I've been playing a lot of games in kind of post-apocalyptic settings, which doesn't sound fun. But you know, there's stuff like Horizon Zero Dawn and things like that, where a civilization has collapsed and now you're picking through the ruins of that civilization. Assassin's Creed Origins and Odyssey have got a bit of this as well. I've done recently. There's kind of an older civilization. What if that older civilization was really into fractals? Not a ridiculous thing, I think. They'd have built loads of weird fractal stuff, right? And some of it would be a bit falling apart, or now somehow in a mountain. That'd be nice. Yeah, I'm trying to catch up a little bit on games because I've got recently got a computer that can actually do stuff like, for example, Minecraft at the same time as streaming. Oh, crikey. This is the before. This is the kind of before scene where later in life I'm trying to explain. So how did you start streaming Horizon Zero Dawn, a game that you're not good at? Well, I had a following from Prisms. I had my established following who turned up for blue triangles, of course. And then we thought we'd seen enough blue triangles and it was time to like play an actual game or something. It's Twitch. Good way to live your life is to always think that you're in the before, just before something else happens, something different. Background for Civ. Neutrino. It's like a back. Oh, it's like a. It's a pretty standard thing, right? To say, oh, there was some people before who were interested in maybe different stuff from us. I've seen in Assassin's Creed they're interested in these huge blocks. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow. What does that say? Forest Bagel 1. That's a kid username. I like that a lot. Thanks for the follow, Forest Bagel 1. We're talking about fractals and ancient lore. I think it would be good if they were really into cellular automata as well, because I am. So that would be nice. This one in particular, which I think I've shown people before, but I think this would be good maybe in Minecraft or something. But I think this would be nice as a kind of thing. I don't quite know what to do with it, but so rule 30 works like this. There's a single dot in the first row, and there's a rule underneath about what you draw that's related to the previous row, a bit like Pascal's triangle or something, related to the previous one. And the rules, you look at the 3 squares above, you look them up in this table. So over here, you read it says black square, white square, white square. So you look that up in the table and it says, well, put a black square underneath, and that's the rules. Rule 30 is interesting. There are lots of these with different rules. Rule 30 is good, but because Rule 30 has this kind of chaotic stuff going on. Can I zoom this? That's not amazing, but it'll kind of do. So if you, Neutrino, go off. Go off. Because it's got this kind of order down the left. And in fact, if you read right down left like this, it's quite ordered. Going over here, for example, you have these like little steps, and you have the bit I like where it just says J, 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 and then you have some triangles, and you have this stripy bit. I think stuff going left is well behaved and nice. I think this continues, but it's going right. You get new and interesting stuff over there, and it generates stuff. I guess it loops back around again, right? Because one of the reasons that I like Minecraft is that it has generation algorithms that make new and interesting stuff. So it genuinely feels like when you're exploring, there could be just anything out there. I suppose I should be more excited that they've changed it up. Steal an idea, yeah, sure. I don't think it's my idea. I guess your concept is something like in the real world, people seem to have got really into fractals after computers. Or that's not quite fair. That's not quite true. But people seem to have got really into this kind of cellular automata and stuff like this after computers. But you can imagine a civilization coming up with this as a kind of rule-following thing in kind of textiles or tiling or something. So you can imagine a civilization coming up with this. I don't know if they, I don't know what they do with it, but hey. I don't think we put this on the Challenger discs. It seems like the sort of thing that we should be beaming out to aliens, right? Because if aliens have found this, surely aliens also think this is cool. There's a very simple rule about how you make a thing. The rule is like handed down from generation to generation. I mean, the same way they're called generations in the rows. But anyway, oh my goodness, what? Was this like an April Fool's thing that they put? So I've just caught up with Mountain Ash telling me that in the same snapshot, which had a jokey name with the word infinity in it, they did some maths jokes. It was an April Fool's thing. When was this? When was this? So as I scroll back up, I kind of thought it was a joke. I still sort of think it's a joke. I have to Google the phrase 20W14 infinity, which doesn't sound like it's going. Yeah, okay. When was this? When did I miss this? 2020. 2020. There's loads of stuff, like funky portals and ants and the swaggiest stairs ever. Okay, right. That is something I need to experience. Okay, good. Minecraft April Fool's snapshots. I don't really know how to do snapshots, and I'm not going to learn on a live stream, I think. I'm going to investigate. I would quite like to see a dimension that's just spongy stuff. Spongy, manga sponge. Don't just say spongy stuff. What did you stream today? Oh, you know, just spongy stuff. Rule 30, right, okay. So I think maybe something with the terracotta tiles or something might be fun. I also like the way it looks, like kind of. If you're telling a story about civilization collapse, then Rule 30 is kind of nice as well because it has like structure and chaos and disorder. Anyway, never mind. Some other tiles. Somebody told me last week that you can do Truche tiles with Minecraft blocks, with terracotta blocks. I'm kind of trying to Google the same thing that I was saying out loud. So what do I need to look at? I need to look at terracotta tiles in Minecraft. Oh, I need to learn how to make these. Yeah, they've got all patterns on. And some of the patterns have got direction to them, like the arrows one. Okay. So you could do some Truche stuff. Oh, some of them have just got slashes on. Good, okay. So there's, you know, math art stuff. Art stream. Glazed terracotta, thank you, Up. They are on the launcher, just set installations at the top and make a new one. That does sound easy. Oh, in the launcher. Oh, okay, another time. There's the realization that I don't know what I'm doing. Quick, take me back to the prism. We'll make it spin. Oh, good, okay. Refreshing, good. Okay, what have I learned? I've learned that you can't label points in 3D Desmos. I've learned that Minecraft has got different blocks and versions and snapshots that I need to investigate. And yeah, end crystals. Okay, which I didn't do, connecting things together if they're derangements, which maybe I should have thought about. I said ponder the prism, which makes me think that I should makes me think that it should be an orb, right? And in some sense, these rotation groups do belong on the orb, if you want to call it that, or on the sphere, because something you could do is just put the purple spots in that arrangement on the surface of a sphere, and then rotations of the sphere. I mean, if it rotates a cube, it rotates a sphere. So in some sense, we could just put the pattern of dots onto the sphere, and then that would represent the different permutations. But that's going to tax my ability to do stuff like plotting the points, because I'm going to have to do spherical geometry, right? Unless I'm clever and think about it with rotations anyway. So for example, so if I think about this with rotations, this is not going to go well. I kind of want 4 of these, right? So 4 of these around each axis would be 4 around here, to have the kind of 4 purple points on here. That one would be near, so 4 around here, 4 around there. I've used 0.6, 0.8 because I know they square to 1. And then put the other ones around the other axes. I kind of want them closer. So how would I do this? I do something like A is cos 10 degrees or something. B is sine 10 degrees. I think I'm in radians. Let's go like that. Something small. Probably want theta or something. For some sort of small angle for where this point is. 0.6, 0.8, and then switch these out for an A, comma B, and B, comma A. And then there's a kind of question of symmetries to say, okay, how many things can I make, right? Which is itself a little bit like permutations to sort of list out the different things that you can make. And this, I guess, all relates back again. I'm going to have negative things in here as well. But if I just start putting these points in like this, so ones with B first, BA0, I have that one, so B0A. If I sort of list out the permutations, then you see that those are arranged quite nicely on the surface of this sphere. Kind of regret the 0 because that's forced me to use the axes, but beggars can't be choosers. You've got a slider on it so I can change how close they are to the axis. That's kind of cute. I like that. So then there's a question of like, well, that's 6 things. You're missing 3/4 of them. Where are the other ones going to go? And the answer to that is, oh, don't worry, I will rotate with minus signs or something to do kind of something like this. I love the 1 minus 1 trick. It's so fun. The 1 minus 1 trick puts 1 times that thing and minus 1 times that. It's like a plus or minus sign in Desmos. Put those ones in. And then I guess that I want the ones where the 2 elements have different signs. A minus B. So that's point over here and point over here. So we're going to make those groups of points. Yeah, this is fine. So I want to copy all of these, but with negative B. There's a lot of copy paste in this stream. 5, AB0, BA0, B0A. You see how we're kind of building from permutations, but then also symmetries, also reflecting, to create this kind of larger cloud of points for a larger group of symmetries. And they, kind of by the structure of the thing that we're doing, they kind of have to be quite symmetric overall. So we've reconstructed our 24 purple points. I should probably colour them all in purple. I'll try and talk at the same time because that's boring. We've reconstructed our 24 purple points, but somehow with less effort than last time round, so that's good. Hey, and with an adjustable parameter, so that's flexible. So the sort of thing where some people in chat will be like, why has he done it twice? And some people in chat will be like, huh, done it better this time. I can adjust it. Which sort of, right, okay, so adjusting it is fun. Let's turn the axes off a little bit. Just have a look at what we've got. Adjusting it is fun because it switches you from thinking about it as 6 groups of 4, like this, versus 12 groups of 2, like this. Think about switching, which is a bit like saying the difference between thinking about the corners of a cube or the edges of a cube. And you can think about the symmetries of a cube in terms of, I should have said faces at one of those points there. You can think about symmetries of a cube as in terms of faces or in terms of moving the edges around. So if I show you my cube again, if I show you the cube again, then I was thinking about this at the time as being a thing about permuting the faces. So you show me a face, and then maybe you turn the face around. But you can also think about choosing your favourite edge along here. This one goes from blue on the right to white on the left, but maybe your favourite one is the one that goes from red to green, which is over here. Or that's kind of the wrong way around, but there's another one opposite. So there's one opposite, and there's one here that I could turn around. And there's a choice there out of those two whether I end up with the face, this face, or the one opposite instead. I don't know. Maybe I prefer this with the. Prefer to think of this as the sphere. Yeah, 24 points. Not too bad. Oh, chat paused. Purple. 6 groups of 4, 12 groups of 2. There's another way. I wish I had a second slider. There it is. I wish I had a second slider because there's something else you can do to pinch these together. Maybe you can kind of see it. To group them into, I guess, 8 groups of 3. Just put them on the corners of the keep. They're currently, I said corners at one point, I meant faces. These are a bit like being on the faces of a keep. If you do that, they're like the edges. And if I bring them into the middles of the hexagons in a way, there's some hexagons there. That's quite nice. That's a sort of layout with hexagons and squares. This partly corresponds to the idea of like truncating cutting the corners off a keep. Yeah, there's the word truncated in chat, just as I said it. Are they ever even? Oh, I can send them through each other. Don't like that. Let's put some sensible limits on this. Pi over 2 a sensible limit? I would have preferred it maybe for pi over 4 to be the limit, but there we go. Oh look, click the play button and it just happens. And I can spin it at the same time. Oh no, that's a bit bad, isn't it? Because it looks a bit like they're going through each other. Because they're all the same colour, it looks a bit like they're passing through each other, doing laps around the sphere in different ways. That's a bit much. So what I should have done is, as well as having this Q angle, to have a second angle, because you can describe where stuff is on a sphere with 2 angles. It's not too bad. I just need to change all the zeros to, I guess, a number called C, which I could set to be 0 to start off with. So if I just do that quickly, this is not going to be super quick, but it also makes the symmetries look nicer because they're going to be symmetries of 3 kind of things that are on an equal footing, while having all these zeros around. There we go. Okay, there we go. That's a bit nicer. And then you see what I can do is I can call this, we pause that for a moment. The way you do this for spherical geometry, and so spherical geometry, to describe where stuff is, you have one angle, not normally called Q, and that's kind of like in the XY plane, where Z is 0, and then you have a second angle that relates to how far you are above the Z plane. So like if you imagine the equator on a sphere, then you have like angle for latitude of how far north or south you are. There's an angle there for are you north or south. And those angles have got some relationship to some geometry to do with where you are above or below. We're actually controlling with this point here just one of the purple points. It's kind of interesting, and then all of the kind of symmetric images under particular rotations and reflections that a keep has. Did they go off? They did go off the sphere. Woo! They've gone. They're back. So we need to control that to be a little bit more sensible. Because I shouldn't be setting this. I should have a second angle called, I guess, R, because that's the letter afterwards. And this should be sine R. And then R can go from, R was a bad choice, capital R, sort of even worse choice really, but see if I can get away with it. Okay, capital R has got its own range that goes from, I think, minus pi over 2 to pi over 2, like 90 degrees north, 90 degrees south is what I'm hoping for. Oh yeah, that's it, okay. Ooh, don't love it though. Something's not right. That's a bit asymmetric, isn't it? Oh, or is it? What are the dots doing? Where have the dots gone? Oh, I don't love this. I think some of my minus signs might be a bit off. Yeah, I'm not sure what symmetries I'm doing anymore. I seem to be running away from that and going to the equator. Okay. Don't love it. I think I've messed up. But I think I've messed up in an interesting way. This ring of smiley and happy and unhappy faces around a bit of this. What have I done? I've got minus signs. I've got ones where they've got all 3 minus signs, and these should capture ones with 1 minus sign and 2. Should some of the C's be negative? No. It looks symmetrical, but I don't know what I was expecting though. Maybe I'm too quick to judge. Kind of symmetrical. You're right, let's not judge it. Let's do. So this was going nicely before. We had this going on. Should just be the same. A bit like this. Oh, but it's interesting actually. So no, this is good. This is what we had. Okay, and then I'm just going to change R, and that's not doing the thing that I thought it would. That's mad. They should probably not agree with you. They should probably not pass through each other like that. Okay, that is super weird. I don't really know what I've done, but I'm enjoying looking at it. So are these the permutations of ABC? Why, for example, do these start with CAB, CBA? I've got ABC in here twice. No, that's ACB. Shall I sort my permutations? Maybe I should sort my permutations. That's the same as the first one. So we were just missing some of them. There's quite a lot going on here. Let's drop those. I think they're the same. A, and then one starting with B. Look, we're now listing permutations, right? BAC, BCAC, BAC, B, like that. And then over here, A minus BC. No, there's loads of stuff going on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's too many brackets again. Drop that one. So these are ones where B has got a minus sign on it. But because the 1 minus 1 technology at the front, these represent combinations where we've got 1 negative thing or 2 negative things. Yes, which is half the cases. I'm mumbling to myself a lot here, but I'm also trying to list all the permutations. I think that's nice. Hello, Alistair Bishop. How's it going? I'm about to wrap up, I think, I'm afraid, because I've done something really stupid. So I've got this nice animation, which is a bit like a kind of cube model that we were working on, with 4 points on the face, each face of the cube. We've now moved them onto an orb, and as we change this slider, they do some kind of nice behaviour to switch places, which is kind of nice. And they do that in a very predictable way that reminds me of the edges of the cube. They're moving along the edges. And then I hastily put in another parameter, which I didn't do very carefully, and it does weird stuff that I don't like. It's kind of the same on all the faces, but in different directions on all the faces. Bunching them together towards preferential corners. So I don't love that. But you know, maybe it's not supposed to be nice. Something like that. Okay, well, what an adventure we're having. I think you can say about most of the nonsense that works here. I should just have one of these. I should start with just one to experiment with, to check how I'm moving it, and then think a lot about the symmetries that I'm doing. So I think I'm cheating by doing reflections when really I should just be doing rotations. I think that's it. I think I'm sort of cheating by using all these minus signs rather than by rotating, although are these rotations or not? So I've got this point. I'm previously just sending it around the equator. Oh, and it's mirroring, and it's opposite point, which I want an opposite point, right? Oh, it's really mental if I animate it and also rotate in the opposite direction. That's mad. Nobody asked for that. And then I've got this thing which goes down and up, which is quite nice, because that gets it to anywhere on the sphere. You go round, and you can go up and down. That's what this cos sine thing is supposed to do. That in a kind of 3D projection, if you imagine a right angle triangle from the middle of the orb, the center of the orb, to the point, and drop down to the z=0 plane, because the way you do spherical geometry sometimes is you have your 3D problem and you say, oh no, just drop perpendicular down to the xy plane, and then that will be a thing. The thing I was trying to do is to copy that for all of the faces of the cube, which I suppose are rotations around particular axes. And for different orientations of the cube. Yeah, that should just be a bunch of minus signs, I think, to split them up. Yeah, I'm gaining confidence that this is what I wanted. Maybe it should be weird. Maybe it should be weird. It's not what I wanted. So something for me to ponder there, I think, is what am I drawing? Why did I want this? What images are these? When I put this many minus signs on and rotate the order of the letters, rotating the order of the letters does something to change. You thought X, Y, and Z were that way around. Well, now what if they X, Y, and Z were the other way around, which is a bit like changing your cube. Maybe I only want half of these. How many things have I listed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, that's 24 things. Interesting. Okay, challenge for another time. Make this feel more cube-like. I had a cube. I couldn't move the points around on the cube, but even if I'd move the points around on the cube, they would still do quite nice patterns, I think. It's kind of spaced out. I kind of want to have them choice of pointing on the cube and then show me the rotational symmetries and repeat that on the other faces of the cube, but then shrink wrap it all down onto an orb. It should be nice, right? You should have several points near each face rather than this thing kind of bunching them together too much. It does feel a bit octahedron-like, doesn't it? It will tend to have one point at the top. Cubes and octahedra are interesting. They're called duals, D-U-A-L-S. Dual polyhedra sometimes. The fact is that if you mark the centers of the faces of one and you join the dots, joining two dots, if those faces shared an edge, then you get a bunch of new edges connecting some new corners, and you switch from a cube to an octahedron, or vice versa. You go from an octahedron back to a cube. So here I've got points which you could imagine being the midpoints of the faces of a cube, or you can imagine them being the corners of an octahedron, and they're both right. You can imagine drawing in triangles to join up the dots, or you can imagine drawing squares around each of these points to be the faces of your cube. The other pair that you might be aware of from the family of platonic solids is dodecahedron and icosahedron have the same thing going on. There you go. Me and Herb in sync on what to say about duals. I thought it was chaotic. Yeah. I don't know what I wanted. What did I want? What do I really, really want? I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. I'd just like these to spin around the axes, I think. Barely tell which of the duals I don't know. Get all 5 from the tetrahedron. So tetrahedron is self-dual. If you mark the midpoints of a triangle-based pyramid, take the 4 faces, you mark the 4 midpoints, you join them up, a smaller tetrahedron, upside down, which lets you build a kind of Sierpinski tetrahedron thing. Quick Google search, and then we'll wrap up for an advert. I said adverts. I'm not going to run an advert at the end. That would be mad. Nobody does that. Quick Google search has revealed you can build, if you put lots of triangle-based pyramids together, you get this thing, like a kind of Triforce from The Legend of Zelda, because we're doing video games today, but with tetrahedron knocked out. Oh, so I guess that's quite a lot like Menga Sponge, but with triangles knocked out of triangles rather than squares knocked out of squares. But Minecraft's not good at triangles. And some of these out there in the real world as well, so keep an eye out for those. If and when you come across them, they look quite, tree-like. Zelda stream. That's a good fractal. I wish we could do this one in Minecraft, but I don't think Minecraft can cope with these triangle things. I considered, and maybe they'll leave this as a challenge for viewers, I considered doing a Manga Sponge thing, but not lined up with the axes in Minecraft. So placing blocks like a kind of weird pixel art thing, so that maybe from a distance it looks like an ancient civilization had built a Manga Sponge while being unaware of the fact we're in Minecraft and there's a correct way around to do that. I thought that'd be pretty neat. No one's done that because Minecraft. The point of doing a Mega Sponge in Minecraft is you have blocks and they line up and they fit neatly. Obviously, these are the 20 blocks you should do, rather than trying to do pixel art of a larger block. That why would you do that? People of course have done fractals in Minecraft, so I'll have a look at those for inspo for my fractal Minecraft fun. I think I've got it there. We'll see for Chill Maths again next week, I think. Yeah. And by next week, I'm done with my revision tutorials. So by next week, maybe I've got more free time at the weekends. Episodes. Yeah, interesting ones. Interesting ones in there. Commenting about Earthslink. Sorry. I briefly mistook that for a kind of discourse. Still good to have Earth's recommendation of Earthslink, of course. Good, right, okay everyone, have a good week. Might see some of you for Matt live stream at work on Thursday. Otherwise, see for Chill Maths / Minecraft, but only Minecraft if I've got something to show you. I'm not going to show you every block of Mega Sponge, that'll drive everyone nuts. Take care, bye. How do I switch it off? I switched it on so badly this week.